القاضي أمامكم، شاط الكرة وجول. القاضي أمامكم، القاضي أمامكم، القاضي أمامكم، سجلها ولد معلول.
Nothing to record, just dead Palestinians.
Just a Palestinian man. And this is just a Palestinian woman.
We are wasting our time. They are all Palestinians.
Just a Palestinian child. Palestinian too.
Just Palestinian.
Palestinian.
Palestinian. Palestinians only.
I found an Israeli body. Start shooting.
3, 2, 1, cue.
Israeli bodies are everywhere.
40 children had their heads cut off.
Israel is under attack.
Savages kill innocent Israelis.
السلام عليكم، الحمد لله على سلامتكم. يا جماعة مالكم؟ وكأننا لا نثق بالله. الله تبارك وتعالى ربنا هو الذي وضع هذه الحياة وهو الذي يأخذها. أمرنا وأجالنا بإيد الله تبارك وتعالى. بعدين أنا أسألكم السؤال بالعربي هيك، مين أقوى، هم ولا الله؟ مين أقوى، هم ولا الله؟ الله عز وجل اللي أقوى. ليش خايفين؟ الله والله العظيم لا أخاف قيد أنملة. ما بيني وبين الجنة موت. أنا بالنسبة إلي بيني وبين الجنة أموت. أثق بالله عز وجل. يا جماعة يا جماعة، لو اجتمعوا كلهم يأخذوا من عمرك ثاني مش هيقدروا. لو اجتمعوا كلهم يضيفوا على عمرك ثاني مش هيقدروا. يحدث في ملك الله ما شاء الله وحده بس. الثبات الثبات. سنثبت بإذن الله تبارك وتعالى، إما أن نموت ونلقى ربنا ويدخلنا الفردوس الأعلى أو نبقى هنا. ديروا بالكم.
שכולה בעיניים. 9 שנים ראש הממשלה, אל תפנה לי גב. מה יש בקבר שלי 9 שנים? ציצית ובתים מגואלים בדם, ואח שלי השלם היפה מתגולל בעזה, ואתה יודע בדיוק איפה, ואתה לא מסתכל לי בעיניים. אתה אשם, ראש הממשלה, בידך אחריות בשם הקהל הקדוש הזה. ציצית ובתים מגואלים בדם, יהדות וישראליות, אלה הערכים שלנו. מה הערכים שלך ראש הממשלה? אח שלך הלך עד קצבי עולם, הביא קצינים. אני מחנכת את הילדים לאור הערכים של אח שלך. תסתכל לי בעיניים, מה הערכים שלך? אתה מפקיר חיילים ואזרחים ולא מסתכל לי בעיניים. אתה אשם בשם המעמד הקדוש.
From kindergarten, literally from kindergarten. The moment I realized I managed to sort of overcome that indoctrination, then everything became very clear, because the situation is crystal clear. One of the main successes of Israeli propaganda is to convince the world that the situation is complicated. But it's far from being complicated. It's probably the least complicated conflict in the world today. And it's all about basically those who have the power, those who oppress and subjugate and tread over the indigenous people of the land who have been oppressed and subjugated and expelled from their land. And this is what it's about.
No, I'm from New York, from Long Island.
From New York. What right do you have to live here?
The right I have is that the owner of the house wants me to live here, and he wants there to be Jews living in this house, and he wants to, and I got chosen for whatever reason. It ended up being me.
You are stealing my house.
And if I don't steal it, someone else is going to steal it.
So why do you live here?
Because I live here, because it's important, and because not too many people want to live here, and it's important to strengthen this neighborhood, to make sure that this neighborhood is not lost in any future peace. That's a necessary evil. And they're not coming back into here. So whether I am here, whether I am not here, whether it's me, whether it's someone else, whether it's a monkey, whether it's a giraffe, they're not coming back into this house ever. I understand why they're angry at me. I understand why they dislike me. But I did not do this to them. I'm not doing this to them. And as I said, if I leave, I'll be replaced immediately. And I venture to think that whoever comes here is not going to be as easygoing as I am.
Any evidence that we have that they
أنا استفدت
to spend $14 billion murdering their children and their women. That's what the monsters on TV say. And then, oh, but we're worried about young people don't want to kill enough civilians. Young people don't want to murder enough civilians, and Nikki Haley's concerned about it. America first, you want to spend $14 billion to get us into another war? We could have that for healthcare for our kids, education for our kids, higher wages. But all you want to do is you want to send it to Israel to kill more Palestinian children? Are you insane? And I bet you a lot of the right wing say, no, I don't want it. I don't want it. It hasn't passed the Senate yet. It should never pass the Senate. I don't want my dollars going to murder Palestinians. I don't want it. Okay, so now let's talk back to Gaza. So Israel says, oh, just it's okay. Oh, we're just moving the citizens. We're just doing mass deportations and ethnic cleansing. It's no big deal. We're just moving them to the south. And now they're bombing the hell out of the south. Is there any human beings left in Washington, D.C.? You monsters. You're going to send them $14 billion of our money? Say, oh yeah, relocate everybody from the north. Classic genocide. Genocide 101. And now they're bombing the hell out of the people who moved to the south. And I'm supposed to pay for that? No, no way, man. I don't know look, I'm trying as hard as I can to bring change here. You know what they did to the men? They went in, they grabbed the men, brought them out in public, stripped them down to their underwear, and then started taking pictures of them. No charges. No reason to believe that any of those guys are terrorists. And now people are putting out on social media, that one's a doctor, that one's a teacher, that one's a businessman, et cetera, et cetera. This kind of daily humiliation, how much can people take of this? And then they say, you have to love Israel. Oh, they hate Israel. We have to murder them. We have to occupy them for 50 freaking years. Can you believe they hate Israel? Who could suffer this and then not hate Israel? What are they supposed to love Israel? What kind of maniac, what kind of lunatic thinks, oh yeah, after we murder your family and we strip you down naked and take pictures of you and mock you, oh, then you're supposed to love me. Oh, you don't love me enough. That's it. I'm going to kill you again. No, we should send $0 to Israel. Zero. This is not an ally.
Washington has been working behind the scenes, but the fact is, this is where, I mean, I'm going to speak the truth, but it's dangerous to speak the truth nowadays.
You always speak the truth.
Look, our Congress is bought and paid for by Israel. They admit it. Go to the AIPAC website. You'll see how much money they spend. They talk about the number of races that they've bought. They talk about the number of people they've driven out of. A foreign entity is bragging about having people lose elections in America because they put money on the line. Now, they claim to be American, but they're working on behalf of Israel. If the Russians came in and put $100 million into our election the way that the Israelis have done through AIPAC and bragged about it, I don't think too many people would be happy about that. Or if the Chinese did that, or if anybody did that. But Israel is doing that, which means they own Congress. The first thing that Johnson did, the new speaker did, when he became the Speaker of the House of Representatives, the number 3 person in the line of succession, that, we have a nation full of problems. There's a lot of issues out there. The first thing he did is said, my number 1 priority is more money for Israel. What are you talking about? You're an American. How about your first priority be America, not Israel? But that's the problem. So the Biden administration is trying, because they know, trust me, they know this, Judge. They know everything I just said. The military's telling them the Israelis are getting whipped up north. They're getting whipped by Hamas. They can't defeat them. But the United States government can't go against Israel because Israel owns every single one of them.
של חנוכה, שכונת סג'איה, מפעל של ממתקים שמחלקים לילדים כשעושים פיגועים. אנחנו מדליקים את האור נגד המקום החשוך הזה ושורפים אותו עד שלא יישאר פה זכר לכל המקום הזה. הרגע מצאנו פיר ענק ממש קרוב לכאן מעבר לפינה, פיר שמשמש לוגיסטית כל הפירים הנוראים שיש פה באזור. שכונת סג'איה, שכונה נוראית. שיהיה לכולם חג שמח. חג שמח. ליל שני של חנוכה, חג שמח. חג שמח. חג שמח.
תראי, צומת קפלן, הקריה בתל אביב, אסריאלי, תראי, כולם עצרו את הרחוב, כולם עצרו בכביש.
لا حول الله بعدك شب، ترى والله حزنت عليك، والله تأثرت فيك، لحظة أبكي.
للبكم قله متعصب قله.
القاضية ممكن شاط الكورة وجول. القاضية ممكن، القاضية ممكن، القاضية ممكن، سجلها ولد معلول.
السلام عليكم، لا تنسوا الاعجاب بالفيديو والاشتراك في القناة تشجيعا لنا لنستمر بنشر المزيد ان شاء الله.